Hey Megan, okay, here's the new website. Let's just log out and log back in. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Let's just go back here, and then the top left is get to the home page, but let's just log back out. I keep clicking on that wrong button, darn it. Anyway, here we go again. Let's try one more time. Yes, here it is. Then click log out. Your login is /administrator. We no longer need the question marks because this site is more hack proof. The other site was basically totally hacked, so that's why we had to put the question marks in to confuse the hackers. So it's just /administrator, and your username is the same as before, Garlands, and the same password as before. So here we are in the back end. Let's just go look at the modules, and I'm just going to quickly, while I think about it, and you'll learn, I'm going to click unpublished, and I'm just going to delete, trash these, because these are all kind of test things that we were playing with. Let's go back to published, and over here in the top right I'm going to select all so we can see them all here. And we just added one new one. Where was it? At the bottom of your rooms and rates page. Yeah, cabin amenities. Okay, so you need to, probably first thing you want to do is change this text here. So let's just type in the word cabin and look for cabin amenities. So just open that up and just edit the text just like you did before. And okay, I'm just going to close that one. No changes. So any module or any area of the website that you want to edit, you just look for the title, like calendar availability. You just go here and you just type in calendar. Okay, and then press search, and there it is there, the calendar availability. Now let's take a quick look here. Here's that click to see cabins I was telling you about that you were having problems finding. You can remove that because it's over to the right now, so if you want to, you can just delete that. Okay, so how do we add another cell? So you just put it and say you want to add a cell or a row below that. You just put your mouse anywhere in here, anywhere in there, and then you up top here, you just add, see, insert row after, okay, or insert row before. Okay, so I'm going to press Apple Z to undo both of those. And if you want to copy the color, let's just do that. So I'm just going to put my mouse in here in the bottom, put one in here. Okay, now let's just try and copy and paste this. Let's just see if it picks up the color. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the entire row like that. Let's just see if that, and then I'm going to put my mouse on the left. Oop, didn't work. Okay, so I think we're just going to have to change the color this way. So we just put our mouse in there, and then we click here. Deb does this more than I do. Table row properties, table cell properties. There we go. So we click on that, and then we click here, and yeah, there we go. We changed the color that way. So we basically, if you want to stay with, you might want to just, oh gosh, named. I would probably stick with standard real, like here's dark colors that you can almost remember, like here's maybe even stay with the top row. That way when you're looking for them, you just go to the named and then you just go, okay, here's chocolate, and then here's coral. In other words, there's too many options there and too confusing there. So I would, just pick out your few like here and then just choose that one, for example, update it there. So so in other words, I'll leave that up to you, but that would be the faster way to do it, is just stay with that top row colors. Okay, so I don't want to make any changes to this, so just for future reference, this anchor here, or this link up top here, click to see 2000 availability, 2015, that goes to everything underneath this anchor. So when you get to 2016, for example, and you're in the year 2015, you just copy that into the bottom row and then change the text up here to say go to 2016, and then it'll pop down. So in other words, just copy and paste this little anchor and to the next year, 2016, and it'll work. So I don't want to save any changes, so I'm just going to press close. Okay, so I think I might save the let's just take a look at other things that we need to learn. I don't want to get too complicated for now. Okay, let's just take a second and look at the store. I'm in Safari 6.1.2, the same version as your new one, and I just want to show you add to cart. Okay, I'm just going to remove them all, empty the cart, and I'm just going to go to the top of the page again and just click that. Okay, and then I'm going to click here. Okay, and everything looks correct in terms of shipping. If not, let me know. And then add to cart here. Okay, the total looks accurate. Let me see, subtotal 34 plus 8, 42 or whatever, 52, is that right? That's 42, 52. You're right, this doesn't add up. Huh, it's the first time I just assumed all these numbers added up, but I can see that everything doesn't quite add up. 14.95, 8. And if we remove an item, see, it still says the same. Okay, now I finally have something to work with. I can give it to the developer and I can just say, hey, it's not adding up. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's just look at the other functions. Probably the most important new function, probably, let's just go for the blog. Okay, if you want to add an article, a new blog, you just click create a new article, and you type in a bunch of text, and it's called test blog. Okay, and then put it in the category blog. Okay, published, and I think that's the I think that's all we need to do. Let me just confirm that, and let's go back here and go down here, test blog. There it is. So basically it's that simple. You just create a new blog, a new article, and put it in the blog category, and bingo bongo, it automatically shows up. So isn't that amazing? And let's just go back. Oops, press the cable. We don't need to pay the cable bill. So let's just go back to the blog and close this, and then delete the article. Test. Okay, test blog. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete any article that's not published. And when you want to search for this new version of Joomla, you just press search tools, and then I'm going to press select unpublished, and I'm just going to get rid of all of these because they're probably no longer necessary and just going to be confusion for you, and they're trash. But if you ever say, oh, I'm missing something, then what you can do is go to the trashed category, and it's still here. You can still recover it. You'll see a lot of stuff that you won't recognize, but that's okay. Pages that just came with the template. But in other words, just leave it in the trash, and then maybe a year or 6 months from now, if you can empty the trash if you want. But let's just not empty the trash right away. Give us some time. And that's the same with the modules. You can sort by trashed. Okay, so here's various experiments for the calendar that we can trash if you want. And what else is key for this new site? Here's the comments. This can get quite complicated. There's tons and tons of options and preferences. We have the free version of Commento. I don't think you need the paid version, but you can look at it if you want and see if there's any features. Just let us know and we'll install it for you. But I don't, because first of all, you need to be really comfortable with the software first. And there's tons of options for with Commento. It's really highly reviewed software. You should get email notification of any comments automatically, and if you don't, just you'll find them in here under pending comments, commento. So when you click here, you can go pending comments here, press the back button, and you go to configuration, and you up here, you have to refresh this. Don't worry about these updates. If you know, if it doesn't give you, okay, start here. You'll have to rerun this update. Okay, it's I just install it, so don't even worry about it if it's not quite perfectly up to date. But there's tons of options and preferences in here, so you can just play with them and turn them off and on. But you just don't. The only option that you don't want is someone to be able to automatically post without you first approving it, and we have that option turned on. And so you also notice that someone needs to, I'm going to refresh this to make sure that test blog is no longer there. It's not. So I added this login because if someone wants to come back and edit their post or add a second post, they need to log in. So the first time they go through the blogging process, they do not. They just go through the registration process. So, and you should probably go through this process yourself, so you're comfortable with it in terms of being a guest. So, in other words, just sign up your own name and password, and just go through the entire process, and just make sure everything is working as you think it should. Okay, I think that's the basics. Let's see, what else are we going here? Menu items. Oh, I sent you a test, contact us, and I sent you a test pay deposit. If you did not get those into your Gmail account, let me know. They both should have come, so I filled that out both. And what else we got going here? I just updated all the software on the site, so you're totally up to date. And this is bugging me. Upgrade now. I'll do this. I'll see if I can. It's just asking for you to pay the paid version, and you don't need it. What else we got here? Let's just take a look. In terms of the site, there's the Rock Quick Cart you're probably comfortable with that. And here, in terms of the options for shipping and stuff, it's all in the options on the top right, where you choose, and I just use the exact same settings as before, quantity rate. And note that you can put whatever you want in the flat rate amount, but it only works if you choose flat rate. So the quantity rate is what you're using, so that's what that setting, this is what is actually taking effect. So in other words, what you put here will not matter if you're choosing quantity, and if you choose flat rate, what you put in quantity won't matter. Hope that makes sense. Cookbook at garlandslodge.com, that's your PayPal address. So everything is working except the calculations, which, as I say, I finally can use. Go to the developer and say, hey, it's not working. I prefer that you did not work on the site today, because I just backed up everything, and we do an automatic backup about 2 o'clock every morning. So I'll go quickly back up the database now. So if you mess something up, I can restore it, but it's probably safest that you don't work. You could just look around, but don't make any changes until tomorrow. Deb and I are going up to Hopi tomorrow. We're installing some hopscotch things for the Hopi kids, and some playground stuff, so we might be out of communication. So if you break your site tomorrow, I might not be able to restore it that fast. So in some ways, it's probably good that you don't actually make a lot of changes tomorrow as well. Just make basic text changes would be fine. You know, any just simple text changes in your articles, on your modules. Anything other than that, I don't recommend at this point. So I think we're good. Talk to you later. Hope this makes sense.